Hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading channel with Charlie B. So, what are we up to? Well, today is Wednesday, the 19th of April. And who is this guy right here? Oh, by the way, this is your call to action. This is Buster. He decided he was going to jump up just as I hit the button. Well, this is Buster. There you go. I'm going to try to get him to go down. But Buster, I'll tell you a little bit about him. He was a little guy we picked up along the road back on the same day we bought the house in 2017, November the 17th. So he's about 4 ounces. I don't think I have any old pictures, but now he's about 24 pounds. So he's a big old guy. Very, very big. Look at him. Buster. Buster. Yeah, he's not trained. Definitely not a trained actor. So I'm going to put him down. Now that you had your cuteness moment, let's get more serious. This is your call to action. So tell me what you've been doing over the last week, last month, last time you looked at this, or what future plans you have to obtaining your goals to make yourself more self-sufficient and sustainable for the future. Have you learned a new skill? Are you planning on learning a new skill? Are you putting up more food? What is it that you're doing? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so now that I grilled you, I could tell you a little bit what I've been doing is I got the fence up around the orchard. You should have seen the video. I got some more berry bushes planted, some holly, and yes, you'll see all of those in videos. There was another commitment I had made, but it was with a video challenge to become more comfortable on camera, and I was doing it. However, tax season hit and I got bombarded with taxes at the last moment, and I ended up having to bail out of the challenge, and I'm very sorry I had to do that, but I had to prioritize what was best for me and my future, and I had to time management. So guess what? This video is going to be about time management. Do you have your managed time, or is time managing you? It's kind of like, are you doing what's right? So I'm going to just kind of discuss a little way that I do time management for me that helps me out a lot. And believe it or not, my husband actually asked me to do a time management video because I think sometimes, as with everybody, time is managing you and you're not managing your time correctly. Okay, so I have a list here now, which speaks of time management. So, don't laugh at my list. Okay, it's very messy. This is my ongoing list for a week, actually. And actually, it's like 8 days. Here it is. Okay, so as you can see, it's not neat. I started off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I jumped down to Tuesday and to Wednesday, and I actually have Thursday on here. So I had everything planned out that I needed to do, and I was going by the weather, stuff like that. Well, however, the weather didn't always work out. So I did what I could. I was revamping the herb garden, and I spent about 8 hours out working in it, and I didn't get it finished. So I had to move that to another day, but I couldn't do it on the next day because I had other obligations that I had to complete. So my list is ongoing and ever changing, but this is, believe it or not, one way I manage my time. Now, if I see a list and I have so many things on it and I'm not getting anything done on the list because other things came up, like this morning, I walked into my office library, the catch-all room, and there was a plant dumped all over the floor. So I literally had to stop and take a good half hour to clean it up, repot the aloe, and keep on moving throughout my day. So to feel like I didn't get anything done, I literally wrote it on my list. That says clean up plant for today. So I checked that off. So now I actually look like I did something, and it made me feel better. And it made me feel more productive. So that is, believe it or not, a good skill to do that you can literally help you manage your time. So you don't look like, oh, I have this list, I haven't completed anything at all on it. And then you stop, well, I couldn't do that because I had to do this, I had to do that, and I had to da 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 da, and it's just a non-rolling snowball effect. So hopefully you're following me. Lists are very good. However, your lists need to be mainly an ever-changing situation. Okay, another example is yesterday I had planned for Thursday to go out and finish the herb garden. Well, the guy that I'm buying my bees off of this year, I'm buying nukes, and he called and said I could come pick them up since spring had come so early, and if I waited until the middle of May, spring, and our flow up here would be 2/3 of the way over. Now, I am a mountain over from him, so ours isn't quite as early as his. But on that thought, okay, my list for tomorrow kind of got thrown out the window. So I have to put that down on Friday. I have to move it to another day. And Friday will actually be a better day because it's not going to be quite as hot, I don't think. And the wind is supposed to be calm, I hope. If it's not, I'll have to move it to another day. We'll just keep on going on that one. Okay, so tomorrow will be all about the bees, more than likely, and that's okay. So how I do my list, and I'm going to get a piece of paper here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Hang on one second. Okay, now for my list, I just take a sheet of paper. Sometimes it's just scrap paper, but this also helps me keep from being overwhelmed. So I'm going to start off with tomorrow since today's already done. And I know Thursday, sometimes I will actually put the dates, but this time I don't have to. So, because I know Thursday is bee day. Okay, so I have to pick up and I have to place the bees. And I have to take care of the beehives. Now, that is not in any order other than, yes, I have to pick them up first. And then second, I have to make sure the beehive is good. And third, I'll place the bees in the beehive. So as you can see, I'm actually prioritizing some of the things that I need to do. So this will be 1, this will be 2, and then this will 3. Now, the other thing that I have to do, this is my first thing that I need to do. Second thing I need to do on my way home, I have to drop off my daughter's plants because she has a plant business and I normally drop them off for her. Drop off plants. Okay. So now when I get back home, then I go into cleaning up the beehives and placing them. Okay, now that is pretty much the order that I need to do anything. Now, I'm sure tomorrow will come about and I will have to add a number 3 project on here. Okay, if I have enough time, I will literally put down the black fabric. And I'm going to put this on here. Put down black fabric. And this is herb garden. Now, in case the bees take me a lot longer than I think I need to, oh, I also need to go to the grocery store. So that's actually got to be number 4. And no, that can't be number 4 because when I drop off the plants, I bring home the bees. Okay, I'll already be dirty and sweaty, so I might as well go ahead and just put down the cloth on the herb garden. So I'm going to go ahead and when I get cleaned up, hopefully go to the grocery store. Dear God, I can't spell today. Well, I can never spell. Now, you're probably thinking, is it really take you that long to write a list? Well, no, it doesn't, because this is actually on a continuous day. Now, if something happens that I don't get the black fabric down, I will literally put that on Friday. Now, I also am repotting a lot of my garden plants, and I know Thursday is more than likely going to be too crazy busy. So I'm going to put repot plants on Friday. Okay, this is usually a multi-day, and so Saturday might be a repot plants also. So I just keep going, and then I'll do Sunday, and I'll add Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'll flip it over and keep adding and keep adding. this really, really helps me from being overwhelmed. However, what you've got to remember is to break your priorities down. You've got to figure out what you have to do first, what has to be done. Now, it may sound silly, but I was in the middle of uploading videos and scheduling. I came into the catch-all room, office, library, whatever you want to call it, to get my computer, and I went to take it out to just sit down in the parlor just to chill with my animals. Well, that's when I saw the plant. Well, I had to literally pretty much stop what I was doing, because if I wouldn't have gotten that cleaned up, a cat would have ran through it, knocked it over more, made a bigger mess, or I would have forgotten about it and the little vacuum would have came along and removed it, which probably would have killed the vacuum. So I went ahead and added that to my list, and I did that first. So yes, my priorities changed. That became my number one priority at that moment, and I took care of it. And then I went back to editing videos. So let's bring you back up so you can see my face and stop staring at this pathetic list, because I don't have hardly anything on it. So I'm guessing what I'm trying to say is make your list, go by a schedule about what you have to prioritize, and do what comes first on your list, unless something comes up and you have to change that list. You cannot be steadfast in keeping a list just the way you want it if an emergency comes up or something else pops up that you need to take care of. But list making will actually help you manage your time so much better, and it will help you not be so overwhelmed when you start thinking about all these things you got to do. And should I do this first? Should I do that first? Should I do that last? You know, can I move this to another day? Just remember, write your list. Remember, it can change, and do what is most important. And which also brings me to, a lot of people make such huge lists, but they never put any time down for, hey, I need to spend some time with my family, or I need to relax, or I need to go on a little mini vacation, or, hey, somebody's birthday's coming up. I need to actually sit down and call them and wish them a happy birthday. So what I'm also saying is make sure that you're writing on your list, call somebody, or go out to dinner with somebody. Take some time to relax, watch a TV show. Yes, so you might actually have to schedule yourself some time away from work, okay? But with me being a homesteader and I'm here pretty much 24/7, I make a list, and I will actually add some things to that. Like a couple weeks ago, I had to go out to dinner, so I had to change my plans, and I literally wrote dinner at 5. So I knew I was going to have to move some things that was already on that day over to Saturday. But that's all right. I did it. And I actually ended up getting everything that was on my list for 3 days accomplished. Okay. So that's just one way I'm managing my time. And hopefully this will give you some ideas. And remember, if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. That is the best way you can support this channel, is by sharing, and subscribe. Share it on your social media and leave me a comment. Tell me what you're doing. Is time managing you? Are you managing your time? All right. So this is Charlie B signing out. And remember, this is your call to action. I'll be seeing you soon. Got my clicky.